Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. We're going to do a reading for the spring equinox, which is on March 20th. Now the spring equinox is a really special day because it is the start of the real new year, spring, when things begin to grow, when things come back to life, when there's a rebirth. But it's also a time where there's an equal amount of day and night, dark and light. So it's a great time to bring things into balance. So we're going to do a reading that looks at how to bring something into balance. Now, this is a collective reading. So as I say, you can apply this to the collective or to yourself individually. I could also be picking up the energies of somebody that you're really focused on. I don't know what that is. And I saw like Frankenstein. I don't know. Interesting. Okay. I'm hearing building your perfect person. Okay, some of you are manifesting a new love into your life, and I feel like this is a good time for that, the spring equinox. Okay, let's get into the reading and see what's going on for you. I also just really needed to take a break from the, you versus them readings, and just kind of recenter, come back to self, focus on your own energy or your energy as it relates to a broader collective and not just one person. If you're new here, by the way, my name is Andy, and if you're returning, which most of you are, thank you so much for all of your support. Again, I feel so grateful to have you, this collective that is here on this channel. I'm so grateful to have you. Such good energy, such beautiful, wise energy in the comments and the conversations you have with one another. And the people I've worked with personally have been amazing. I feel like I've made some genuine connections with people, and that's always really beautiful and nice. So thank you so much for sharing your energy with me and for trusting me with your energy, those who do personal readings. I am closing the personal readings until, I think, mid-April. Just need some space and time to finish the ones I still have to do. But I just need some time off from it before I get back into it. But if you are interested, you can email me and I'll put you on an email list that will notify you when I am open to do those. Alrighty, let's get into it. Oh yes, I also found something that I wanted to read to you, and then we'll get right into the reading after that. But I thought it was so beautiful, and it really encapsulated the vibes of the spring equinox. So I found it on a website called innergoddesstarot.com. I don't know who this is, but I just really liked how she articulated the energy of the spring equinox. So I'm going to read this to you, and then we'll get into the reading. When the equinox arrives, I'm ready to burst free, to let everything that hid and percolated within me during the winter months reveal itself and then grow and thrive. I think of Persephone winding her way up through the darkness, emerging into the world of light and love. And I welcome her back to us. I ask my soul to take that same journey. I feel the spring equinox as a pause, an inward held breath, a time when we have the opportunity to bring ourselves into perfect balance before the scales tip and the fullness of spring arrives. It is a time when we become acutely aware of the light and the dark within ourselves, the joyful and the heart-wrenching events in our lives, when it is clear that both sides of the coin are necessary and should be honored. Yes, so both the light and the dark should be honored always. Absolutely. Working with the shadow isn't easy, but man, does it have an amazing payoff. That sense of wholeness that you have, that sense of self that you gain, it's really unparalleled to any experience you've ever had before. Beauty. It really does result in inner beauty. Okay, let's get into it, Spirit. I'll pull up the spread. Okay, spring equinox for the collective, please. Spirit guides, angels. Starting with self-worth, but it is in the position of what's out of balance. So we'll work on it. I feel like you are working on it. Okay, why is this out of balance, Spirit? Why is this out of balance? Ooh, we have risk coming out. Well, we're going to clarify with the tarot. Well, this message seems very clear so far. I feel like a surprise is going to happen for some of you. There's something surprising, and I feel like it's something romantic, like a nice romantic surprise. You know, and it could even be coming, I'm hearing from a bird. Okay. Maybe you're going to have a moment here in nature that feels romantic. I hug trees all the time. All the time. I mean, not in a romantic sense. But well, I guess maybe. But it is a loving moment with nature. When was the last time you hugged a tree? And have you ever done it like in public? People have funny reactions to that. Like, I don't really care anymore. I just kind of gave up caring what people think of me. So when I'm out in the woods or I'm in a park and I hug a tree, there's really two kinds of people. There's ones that will smile, right, at you and kind of like what you're doing. And there's others that will pretend they cannot even see you. Anyways, it's kind of fun. You should try it, if not only for people's responses. Okay, let's see. Some of you need to reconnect with family. I'm hearing someone in your family wants to talk to you. I feel like this is a masculine figure, okay? They've been trying to get a hold of you. They want to talk to you. That's for some. Okay, so let's see here. What is out of balance? Self-worth. Spirit, can we clarify this self-worth here? Self-worth for the collective. Oh, I feel like pulling it out. We have the 8 of Wands. So you have been working on yourself. I know this because I know the collective here. I know you've been working on yourself. But you kind of have to put that next oomph of energy into it. The winter time is and I'm in the northern hemisphere, so, you know, I'm just talking in my season, so you could switch it around if you're in the southern hemisphere. I know there are people who watch from Australia and New Zealand, but the winter time is really a time of going inward, kind of yin energy. It's figuring out what's going on within oneself as a form of self-worth and growth. But when the spring comes, whatever you've, put roots into will now begin to grow. I feel like in the winter, something was rooted in you. A sense of self-worth was rooted in you. It's like, all right, I got it now. I get what this is all about. I get what I need to do. I'm feeling like I got a hold of this. And now you need to give yourself a push to act on some of those feelings of self-worth you have. What does self-worth actually look like to you? When it manifests physically, what does it look like? Does it look like hugging a tree and not giving a damn while other people are reacting around you? Is it taking a risk? Because this is what Spirit is saying you need to do. You need to take a risk with something. You need to put energy into something. You need to go somewhere, meet new people, experience new things. The world is so big. There are so many people in the world. There are so many things to experience, so many things to try, both big and small. And the more that we play and the more that we try new things and have that sense of wonderment and discovery, the more we grow. And the more, like, as a person. Well, I heard personhood there. We gain a better sense of self, what we like, what we don't like. I'm hearing where we are, where we're not. So, this could be a collective message too, but there's a need to try new things, experience new things, to not stay stuck in the comfort zone or the safety zone. There's so much for you to see and do. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is a message of going out in the world. And on my Instagram, we did have a message come through that you need to go out in the world and something's gonna happen, like something's waiting to be discovered for you to see and to be inspired by, or someone to meet. Like, you can't wish for love and never go anywhere. It's not gonna come to your doorstep. Maybe, but most of the time not. Okay. Now, if you feel like going out in the world is something you're already doing, or maybe that part's not resonating for you, you still could try new things. I'm hearing in your cave. Okay, I don't know. You could still try new things, but it's like, really do something new. Take a risk here. Whatever it is that you've been like, I don't know, that seems a little scary, I don't know if I should do that, do it. Or, this is tarot, entertainment purposes only, general reading, not a personal reading, so of course use your discretion. But Spirit's saying take a risk to gain more self-worth. It's not to really gain more self-worth, it's more to activate it. To allow it to bud and bloom. Tell me more about this risk that collective needs to take here, Spirit. What's this risk? Ooh, 5 of Wands. Some of you are holding back on something because you don't want to be in competition, or you don't want to engage in some kind of conflict. Conflict. Well, some people enjoy it, that's for sure, right? And some people really try anything they can do to avoid it to their detriment. But conflict's kind of like a natural part of being part of the human race. Humans have conflicts with one another all the time. And that is also often a place from which we grow, is through conflict. Many of you have had spiritual awakenings or ascensions that have stemmed out of, I'm hearing, severely intense conflict. Okay, so I'm hearing, so why is this scary? Or I heard, why is this different? Why is this different? Why is this scary for you? And I feel like whatever this risk is, it's something that you desire to do. Now, there might be some conflict involved here. For a very small few of you, and only take this if it resonates, but you need to confront someone, ask them something that's been on your mind, assert yourself. It's really about asserting yourself and not fearing that conflict. Advocating for yourself, standing up for yourself. I'm hearing sticking out from the crowd. How can you bring this into balance? Confidence, right? Having more confidence in yourself. Queen of Swords. Now, it did come out in reverse there. And I feel like this is, sometimes you gotta be a little bit sharp with yourself too, but also with other people. And it doesn't mean be mean, cold, or anything, negative in the sense where you're aiming to hurt someone. But sometimes you have to be firm. And so I'm really getting this message here for someone maybe who's a little bit more on the passive side, or they avoid conflict. They try to resolve things for people, mediate situations. And Spirit's saying it's really time you step into that place of, I don't put up with anybody's bullshit. I know who I am. And I'm not afraid to say what I think either. Even if you disagree with me, I'm going to take that risk. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords in reverse, please, Spirit. 2 of Cups. 4 of Wands, this one to come out. And the World in reverse. Okay, this is definitely for some of you here. You need to take a chance when it comes to love. When it comes to vocalizing what you want in a connection that you're already in, where you want to go in the future, making a plan with someone. And some of you, need to talk to somebody here that you are thinking about. You've grown quite a bit, and it's time now to take that risk here to say what it is that you want to say. Even if it's something that you know they're not going to like to hear or disagree with, have that confidence that you know what is best for you. You know, when you act, trust that you're acting from your higher self. You know, I mean, yeah, I know. I feel confident in saying that because you have done the work. You have done the self-worth type of stuff. So trust yourself. Yes, I can handle this situation. Yes, I can say that thing I've been wanting to say. Because some of you really want to talk to someone here. And maybe it's your family, like I was saying in the beginning. Someone very close to you. I feel like many of you are really about to be in love. I'm hearing about to be in love. Okay. Hopefully not with a tree. Hopefully with a person. Okay, yeah, but I feel like you're about to be in love here, and you need to be confident. And you also need to be choosy and discerning and have standards, right? If you're looking for new love here. But I am getting a message that something hasn't closed out because there's been a lack of communication, and you need to take that step. Now, of course, again, please use your discretion. If you've been dealing with someone who's like abusive, manipulative, toxic, I'm not saying that you should talk to them. That's all up to you. Maybe you should even. Maybe you should say something. You know, you'll know best. It's going to be very particular to each person's situation. Okay. Understanding what will happen if you do this. Look. It's so clear. Self-worth is out of balance. Why? Because you need to take a risk. How can you bring this into balance? Have confidence. What will happen if you do? There'll be a higher level of understanding. Like this is crystal clear. And I feel like that's what you need to be. Crystal clear. We have the Lovers coming out. There'll be an understanding about the choices that were made, an understanding of the connection. Oh, I'm feeling that. I don't know who this is for, but there is love waiting to happen here. Oh, I'm feeling this so much in the heart space. Somebody loves you very much. Very much. And the Fool. There's a new beginning waiting to happen between the two of you. What's the problem? King of Cups, Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's just been a lack of communication about emotion. Or there's been miscommunication. For some of you, there's a feeling of malice. What else, Spirit? I'm hearing talk to them. I don't want to... Okay, we're going to leave that there. So take it however you want. So what will emerge, thrive, and grow coming forward, coming up this year? We have movement. So you are moving from either literally from the place you are in, or spiritually. You're going to that next chapter. Look, it's like this horse has crossed this river here, and the river looks pretty intense. You were able to cross over something pretty difficult. I feel like there wasn't even a bridge available for you, metaphors. There wasn't even a bridge available for you, but you were able to still make it across, which was hard. It took a lot of work. I feel like you might be a little bit tired here with the Ace of Wands in reverse. Even though you couldn't see where you were going here, I feel like you were still moving, and now you've gotten to the other side. So tell me more about the Ace of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing maturity. The Hermit, maturity. Yes. This is a deep understanding of self, a deep wisdom. just the ability to act out in the world and to be yourself, to say what you think, to feel what you feel, to know that whatever it is that you're doing, it's the right thing to do because it's coming from a healed place. It's coming from a place of self-worth. It's coming from your higher self. So, if you want to switch careers, trust yourself, If you want to contact someone, a lot of you, this is about love, then trust yourself. Don't play ego games with yourself. Sometimes, a lot of times in tarot, there's this motif of they want to contact you, etc., etc., and that's a genuine message that comes through. And it's true. And think about it. You've wanted to contact them, right? So it's a genuine message that comes through. Some of you, okay? And, but that can keep you in a place of okay, they're going to contact me, so I'm just going to wait. And that's ego. That's ego right there saying, I'm going to wait for them to come towards me. Now listen, if you are really wondering what someone thinks and feels and somebody tells you and you are trusting in this message and you resonate with it, that they want to contact you, why wouldn't you be like, okay, that's a green light, I'm going to contact them now. Green light. Well, because your ego is scared. You're scared. You don't want to take that risk. So understand where that's coming from. And if you contact someone, and this is really coming through here, and they reject you or they say something harmful, you have your answer. Now, if you've already come to a place where you're not going to, you do not want to talk to this person, then this part of the message is just not for you, okay? I feel like we've gotten somewhere I didn't think we were going to go, okay? Which could be a message there too. How can you support this growth? We have obedience coming through. This is obedience to spirit and obedience to your higher self, obedience to karmic law. It's like the justice card here. We have the Two of Wands and the Magician. When you trust spirit and your higher self, you don't second guess, you don't question, you let that path unfold for you and you begin walking that path. Or you pave your own path, I'm hearing. You begin to manifest what you want here. This is a big message about trust that whatever you've planted is beginning to grow and you need to nurture it. You cannot have it grow without nurturing it. You can't sit back and wait for somebody else to nurture what you've planted. Okay? In whatever way of life this is, it's very clear. Spirit wants you to know, I'm hearing that they trust you, they believe in you. You got this. You got this. Either way, you got this. Now, I am getting a little bit of a over here. I'm feeling somebody and I've had comments on the channel. I just reached out to my ex and he broke my heart again. I wish I never did. If this is not about that, okay? It's just not about that. If you've had an ex that if reaching out to them, they could be malicious and malign you and really hurt you and, they've been abusive emotionally or in any other way, then this isn't saying that. This is saying take a risk and manifest the new connections that you want. Start to build new connections with people by actually pushing yourself to go out there. Put your energy out there. Try something new. Trust yourself now. Yes, that's the message. Trust yourself now. It's time to trust yourself. Okay, collective. Should I get a keyword? I heard no. Okay, I love you so much. I'll see you next time.